All right. Coming into your body. Where else would you be? But letting go of all the other stuff that happened, the crazy dreams you had in the night, whatever you have to do later today, and what you might be doing tomorrow. Oh, hold on. Let me just set this thing up. Taking a couple of just regular breaths, feeling your own breath. Ah, natural breath. Wait, maybe a sigh. Sighs are always great. Sigh. Sigh as if it matters. It does matter. Good breathing in your lungs. And if you are there in TV land, go get yourself a set of weights. I am going to be using 6 pounds for my weights, but you could use something light or something heavy, depending on how much weight stuff you do. I've got 2 sets of 3 pound weights. We're not there yet. We're going to start with some breathing. Inhale, open up, calling all of yourselves back into your own body as you inhale. Inhale. Return to me all my thoughts and land in my body, or all those little worries that are radiating out to other people or things you have to do. Call back all of your energy to yourself just for this little while. Inhale, open, exhale, let go. Inhale, fill up, draw in, exhale, let go, ground your energy. Inhale, opening up to the heavens. Exhale, bend your knees, drop it all the way down, connecting to the planet Earth. Inhale, opening up to the heavens, to inspiration, coming down, planting yourself, planting and grounding. Inhale, fill up, get big, expand. Exhale, drop down, melt, release. Inhale, open, up, and exhale, down and release. Open your feet wider and just shift from side to side. Let your spine undulate from your tail to your head. And then come to center, roll it all the way up, coming all the way up to the top. Feet still wide, circles with your pelvis, circling around. Hula hoop your pelvis. Pubic bone and tailbone reaching. Let me just shut this curtain a little bit so that that sunlight isn't directly on me. There's a cat under here who does not appreciate my moves. And then circle the other way, whichever way you have not gone. Let your feet mobilize on the floor. Wake up your feet. Feet like hands, right? Fingers and toes are long digits, the distal parts of our body. We'll let them spread out, take up space. So all of this squishing our shoes on, our toes into shoes, is not helping our bone body. Our bone body. It's very yogic to say the bone body, the front body, the back body, the bone body, but the bones and the joints, when they're all squished up in your shoes, walking around, we want to spread out, right? Have spaciousness with that walk. All right, let's grab the weights. I have got my 2 sets of 3s. So I have 6 pounds, and we're going to do something for feet and arms. We're going to start parallel, feet just a little bit apart, a couple inches apart. Bend your knees and straighten. 1, 2, 3, 4. You're going to turn out your toes, heels together, knees over your toes. 1, 2, 3, 4. Open your heels. Again, bend your knees. 1, plie, 2, 3, 4. Turn out your feet, knees over your toes. 1, 2, 3, 4. Widest set, knees over your toes. 1. Doesn't have to be deep. 2, 3, 4. We're going to go up. Scooch in just a little bit, but keep them wide enough. Pushing up. 1. Tippy toes. 2. Hands just slightly in front of you. 3, 4. Heels come in. 1, 2, 3, 4. Feet parallel. 1, 2, pushing up through the ceiling. 3, 4, heels together. 1, they separate when you go up. You're not trying to keep them together. 2, but you are working your butt. 3, 4, into parallel. 1, 2, 3, 4, and relax it down. Circle one shoulder and then the other. Bend, open your feet a little wider, and like a cool guy walking down the street. I'm sure this is not the way a cool guy walks down the street, but just imagine that it was. Imagine that you are some Bee Gees song in the movie Saturday Night Fever. If you're under 50, that probably means nothing to you. Circle the other way, up and over. I was a little kid. I think it came out in like 1976 or something, 1977, Saturday Night Fever. And of course, I didn't understand any of it, but I had the album and I made dances to it. Let's go out. 1, or I didn't have the album. My neighbor had the album. 3, stick out your butt, arching your back. 4, straight back. So try not to be here. Try to stick it out, head and tail. 5, 6, 7, 8, keep going. 9, 10, come in. Let's open up into a wide second position. So my feet are turned out. I'm going to step on the carpet. We won't be able to see my feet, but just so I can balance a little bit more. Knees over the toes. Going 1. Deeper plie. 2, 3, 4. Keep going. 5, 6, 7, 8. 2 more. 9, 10. Oh, exercise. I'm putting my weights down. We're still going to do a little bit more with the arms. Wings of the heart, right? Our blood, our arteries go from our heart out to these edges of our body, from our heart down through to our organs, to our legs, to our toes, and then the flow returns through the venous flow. Arterial flow, bringing nutrition, oxygen, venous flow, removing CO2 and waste. We need both of those to be really movey, right? They need to be able to move easily through our body. We can wiggle around our organs. So have an organ wiggle. Wiggle. What am I doing here? Don't worry about it. If you can do it, I'm doing great. If it's a different version of an organ wiggle, do it. I'm really just circling my butt and kind of circling my shoulders too, but in a different, like this. Change direction. Thinking of this mobilizing your diaphragm, gut body, heart and lungs. We're going to get back to the arms in a second. Pretend, again, I don't know, it's that Saturday Night Fever thing. Get that dancing in your body. Circles with your hands out and up, like a flamenco dancer. Wake up your fingers. I used to have a ballet teacher in college, Maria Mills, who was from Spain and had danced, I think, in the Spanish National Ballet. But she also taught us some flamenco. And I just remember her hands being incredible, incredibly expressive. Feel the connection from your hands through your arms, into your collarbones, your shoulder blades, into the front body, into the back body. Wings of the heart, flying, mobilizing, moving your vascular system, clearing away any waste that needs to be removed. Lymphatic also doing that work. All right, let's come in. Hands on your knees, circles with your knees, letting your feet really mobilize. I just came back from Mount Madonna in California. It is a Hanuman temple where Michael Taft had a retreat, a non-dual meditation retreat, deconstructing yourself. And I was teaching movement on that retreat. which was super, super wonderful. And in the retreat, Michael was asking, let's do some X stuff, this. What are you devoted to? And it could be that you are devoted to a god or a goddess. You could be devoted to texting on your phone. You could be devoted to Instagram. Like, where do you spend your time? Is it where you want to spend your time? So during that retreat, like I was barely ever on my phone, pretty much only looking at my phone to check out my steps because we're all addicted to that, right? Knowing how many steps we took in a day. Take it to the back. And at Mount Madonna, there are a lot of pathways, or it's a mountain. There are trails, there are redwoods. There's a beautiful ridge to see. I mean, the whole thing is on a ridge. It's got an amazing view over Monterey Bay. So yeah, I got a lot of steps. But what are you devoted to? I am devoted to moving. I'm devoted to teaching movement. I'm devoted to offering you all this great movement, to enjoy movement. All right, circles with your shoulders, rib cage, lungs, and heart moving, diaphragm moving. The experiential body, right? Be in your body, in the experience, the phenomenology of your body. What does it feel like in there? Not my body's wrong and I need to fix it and there's this problem over here, but here I am. I am here in my body. Peapod is over there in her body. Gaylord over there on the heater because it's 7 degrees outside here. 7 degrees Fahrenheit. Probably warmed up to 12 by now. Let's take it down to the floor, sitting in a cross-legged position on your mat. So yeah, I had a big old flight on Saturday. Sat on the BART for an hour and 45 minutes. The whole line of the BART. I think it's just called BART. Sat on BART, but that sounds so wrong. And then flew. And this is a direct flight, right? So it's not really that long, meaning it's whatever, 5 hours. But then there's all the time sitting at the airport. Too much sitting. Let's circle the whole way around. So it feels really good to be in my body, moving, letting all that stucky cityness mobilize. Yeah, I had a day in New York City before coming back upstate. Head, tail, mobilizing around. So feel your head lengthening away from your tail. As that whole circle happens, we keep that spaciousness, keep that length through the spine, through the tissue. And then let's do some spirals, twisting one way and the other. You can stay there if you want. If you need to just hang out, hang out. Right now, I need to move and then eventually I will hang out more. I just need to get everything moving. Taking it forward and down. You can shift from side to side. Like one of those wooden snakes that you can hold by the tail and it does this, undulates. And then roll it up and change. Non-dominant leg comes in front. We'll change the exercise slightly, just gonna slow it down. Still close to the same exercise. Hang out, lengthen. So I can kind of slump into it or I can really lengthen and open inside my body, radiating outward, opening up from the inside, taking it down over my knee, breathing into center, head away from your tail. Let it drop, breathe. Over the other knee. Side stretch. Blossom open, and then go the other way. Side stretch, inner body lengthening, opening, breathing. Take it down towards your knee. The center, surrender. Big breath in and release. Let go of the backpack of all of your negative thoughts about your body, the culture that tells you what your body should look like. Let that go. Open it up. Tune into the feeling state of your body. And a lot of people are like, oh, it just hurts. Maybe we can start to be a little more discerning about pain, like as sensation. Like, is it injured? Is it just sore because you haven't moved? Is it kind of stuck? Like, sometimes when we have inflammation, it's just stuck fluid, right? It's fluid that's not moving. So we want to have movement, move the fluid. Oh, it feels so good to lay on the floor. My back just released. Take a second down there. A moment of gratitude to the planet for holding you, helping you shape your body, your bones, and your fascia. Creating the gravitational pull of the earth informs our body how it should create form in itself, dropping it from side to side, which is why we want to have dropping the knees from side to side, diverse relationships to gravity in our movement practice. So we don't just do everything standing. We do things laying down, we do things on our front, we do things on our back, we do things on all fours, on our sides. Take it a little deeper if that feels good. We don't you could just do abs and do nothing else, and you're not going to just lose weight in that area, or you're not going to, make it perfect. Oh, I've got a six pack because all I do are abs. You're just going to be kind of imbalanced in your body if that's all you're doing. We want to be really full, whole body awake, not just one part that we overwork. And generally, most people have a lot of tension in their core. That is not providing fluid movement, right? What does tension do? It masks sensation and it blocks flow. But we're going to work our cores now. So we want to be able to engage, but we also want to be able to really release. Muscles can engage, they can stretch, they can release. And those are three different things. Touch your toes to the floor, arms over your head. Exhale up, pulsing. Let's flex through the feet and point. Inhale down, coming up. Flex and point. Inhale, open. Bring it up. Flex and point. Inhale. Exhale. Flex and point. Fill up your lungs. Up. Flex and point. Touch down. Up. Flex. Point. Deep breath. Exhale. Flex. Point. Inhale. Exhale. Flex. Point. Inhale. You could even do it here. Flex. Point. Touch down. Up. Flex. Point. Inhale. Up. Flex. Point. Inhale. Up. Flex. Point. Deep breath. Last one. Up. Flex and point. Relax it down. Let your head totally drop. Turn your head from side to side and also wag your tail. So whole head tail connection. Spine has a chance to readjust. Shake out so you're not holding any extra tension. Give yourself a little tap on your gut body. Gentle. You're not trying to whack it out, but just a little tap. Let it go. Let's tap up on our rib cage, lungs, and hearts, around our collarbones. The tapping can also help move lymph. So tapping on the collarbones gently up around our jaw angle, around those lymph nodes in our neck and throat, even under our teeth. Chewing helps helps move the lymphatic fluid, the lymph nodes that go in your teeth. There are lymph nodes in your teeth. So we want to chew on hard things some of the time. Don't smoothie out all the time. Chew your food. Coming into your face, I'm just going to give it a general hair and face squish around. If your hands are dirty, maybe keep them away from your eyes, nose, and mouth. We want to wash our hands a lot. Get all the schmuckus off of them. Okay, should be feeling more alive and awake up there. Let's just do a quick inguinal fold, tapping. We did a lot of deep diaphragmatic breathing. We have moved our weights. So we've moved armpit, pec, lymphatic area. And let's go behind the knees also, tapping up your leg, front of your leg. Hello, body. Have you touched your body today? There's people that teach, there's some anatomy embodiment people that have a t-shirt that says, have you touched your anatomy today? Touch your anatomy. Touch regularly. Our bodies need touch. Sometimes we aren't seeing a lot of people, so you got to do it yourself. All right, let's take our hands on our knees, big circles, lubricating up your hip sockets, relaxing your lower back, relaxing your belly. Yeah, since it's so cold, we have like the big heat on in the house, and which means the cat, like Gaylord, is on the heater sleeping. He loves it. Circle the other way. Let your spine curl and then lengthen out. Curling and lengthening. So massaging through your sacrum, even as you are moving that femur head in the hip socket. Lowering your feet to the ground. Press your pelvis up, big circles. Mobilizing pelvis, spine. You're not locking anything down, but you are trying to feel your toes, the ball of your foot, and your heel connected to the floor. Change direction. Moving your gut body, moving your pelvis. And then come in, roll it down through your spine. Inhale, arms up over your head. Exhale, you're just going to press up and then fold it down. Exhale, push. Inhale, lower. Exhale, press. Inhale, down. Exhale, push. Inhale, down. Exhale, press it up. Inhale, lower. Exhale, up. Inhale, down. Exhale, up. Stay there. Walk your shoulders closer together, if possible. Interlace your hands. You're going to lift up onto your tippy toes and then lower your heels. Press it up, lower down. Tippy toes and lower. Tippy toes, lower. Push the floor away. Up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. And then toes, just the toes. Toes, just the toes. Ball of the foot stays on the floor. Toes, peel them up, spread them out like a fan. Up, down, up, like a fan girl. No, like a fan that you would fan yourself with. And then you're going to flex your foot coming up, down, up, down, up, down. Push the floor away. Back of the body is working. Arms are pushing. 4 more. 3, 2. Last one. Open wide. Roll it down through your spine. Melt into the floor. Take a big full breath and melt again. Another one. Big full breath all the way down. You want to take up space with the breath. Sometimes people get like they think a full breath is like barely moving. Really let your whole body expand. Yeah. Deep cellular breathing, deep diaphragmatic breathing, big movement. And then let's take a happy baby pose. Imagine that you're a happy baby and wiggle around. Mobilize your body. Playful happy baby pose. Playful baby. People that are playing are generally happy. It's fun to play. Roll yourself back and forth, rounding through your spine, massaging through your back. If that hurts, roll side to side instead. And if you feel excited about it, you could take this onto your feet into a squat or all the way up to stand, right? Get those legs working if you want. Gratitude for the fact that my knees are able to do this right now. There was a period where I had injured my knee. Was it last year? Was it 2 years ago? I don't know. And I couldn't go into this kind of deep flexion up and down. All right, come back down. Open your feet wider than your sticky mat. Internally rotate one leg and then the other. So while I'm doing this, sometimes people do it and they let the other leg open up. We're trying to get internal rotation on both legs. So one is really lowering, but the other one is staying in. So we're getting this narrowing in the front of our pelvis, opening up the back of our pelvis. This is kind of like the little kid, oh my God, I gotta go pee thing, right? If you see little kids doing that, narrowing their legs in, you can pretty much guess there's a reason for it, and you can guess what that reason is. All right, let's come back because everyone wants to think about that, right? And roll from side to side, rolling, unfolding all the way, opening everything up, and then folding onto the other side, melting into the floor, softening into the planet, massaging out your back. Try to let your head totally rest on the floor as you open and close. If your head's really popping up like that, means your shoulders are probably kind of tight. Shoulders and neck might be tight. So even just slow rolling, you could skip the opening up to see if you can start to relax some of that stuff will be helpful. I think that rolling for me is actually like one of the most important things to be able to do because it softens, it hydrates, and massages out your body, right? Whenever I have an injury or my back is hurting, or my shoulders, or my lower back, or my hips, this is my maneuver. But the slower, the better, right? The slow, slow, slow. More exercisey, we can unfold and fold. But maybe a better release is just slow rolling. Okay, we are going to flip over onto our bellies on the mat. And so what I want you to do from here is find any way that you can to get up and come to sitting, and then take it back down onto your belly. Any way that you want to. Coming up. If deep flexion isn't a thing for you, if the knees hurt, then don't do this version. You could do something like this to come to sit, right? Finding different ways to get onto your belly on the floor. There's a lot of ways to do this to a seated position. This, like I was saying about the rolling, this is giving me a huge massage across my outside of my hip. Then here, a little bit across my quads, outside of the other hip. So finding different ways to get up and down. As we age, most people have a harder time getting up and down, right? This is one of the skills that we lose because we don't do it. So it may seem like, why are we doing this? This isn't an exercise, but this is probably 10 times more important than any of the other exercises that we're doing. Can you get down to the ground onto your belly? Can you get up off of your belly, right? Are there ways? I've fallen and I can't get up. So we want to practice. Here he is, Gaylord. He's cooked himself thoroughly. He is fully baked from sitting on top of that heater. We want to practice these different ways of getting down and getting up. All right, take it down. Stay there. Hands next to your chest, baby cobra. Inhale up, exhale down. May feel like you don't go very far. That's okay. You're working your back. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, even if it's just here, still it's good. Better than not doing it. Inhale, opening the front of your body, working your back body. Back body. Core is not just front. Core is front, back, and sides. We're going to make a circle with your head, ear to your shoulder, coming up only as high as feels good, and drop it down. Baby cobra with a head circle. If it feels bad, don't do it. Just go up and down. 3, one direction, and then go the other way. And then come all the way up the middle. If you can, bend your knees, toes towards your head, up and down. I was just with a 2-year-old who could definitely touch his toes to his head. Yeah. Lots of fun. So part of the retreat is also, or before or after the retreat, I spend time with Michael and his family. And he has a fabulous little 2-year-old who can touch his toes to the back of his head. Right. All right. Coming up, let's just take it into a downward dog for a second. Push the floor away with your hands. Bend one knee, bend the other. Push with your arms. Look under your armpit. Stretch out your calf and Achilles. You're going to lift your heels, round your spine, roll it forward into a plank, drop your head, roll it up, and lower your heels. Heels lift, roll it forward into a plank. If that's too much, you are going to just roll forward and backward in an all fours position, right? You can still get that movement. So rippling from your tail to your head, finding your plank, pushing back. Or rippling from your tail to your head, right? Also a fantastic exercise. Good. Let's let that go. We're going to come over the back of the arm. Palms are up. Curl in, spread it out. Curl it in, spread it out. Push into your forearms. In and out. In and push. In and out. Curl up, make a fist, open. I'm pushing into my forearms. And this is like the not typing, not texting movement for my arms. And then let's come palms down or hands together into a forearm plank. One knee to the floor at a time, parallel. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Twisting underneath. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Take it down. So back to that idea of what are you devoted to? As I'm down there, I'm thinking, I love to move. It feels so good. If you're thinking, oh my God, this is so hard, I hate this, change the dialogue, make it fun, make it like offer yourself the idea that this feels good. Bend your knees, let it go from side to side. Massaging out your quads, relaxing your lower back, breathing. Coming in, curl your toes under, straighten one knee, release, straighten the other. Straighten and push through your heel, release, straighten out the other one. It's pretty subtle little exercise. Push, release, push, release, push, release, push, release. One of my old ballet teachers taught me that. Trisha Kay. She's the person who founded Katie Dids and Katie Dance apparel. Anyway, that was one of her exercises. She's like, oh, that's going to help protect your knees. All right, let's go arms out in front of you, legs behind you, paddling away like you are swimming. If that hurts to reach your arms out in front, just hold them on your shoulders. Big breath in, big breath out. Oh, it's fun to move. It feels so good. Even if it's challenging, we love it. Breathe. Take your hands next to your chest. Arch all the way up. Push. Take it back to a child's pose. Breathe into your body like you're a bubble. Big breath. Fill up, expand. Visibly breathing. Big, big inhales. Big exhales. Inflating your lungs as much as you can. And then take it up onto hands and knees. We're going to take our right leg out behind us. You're going to reach it straight out behind you, and you're going to make circles. If you feel good about this, you got this. It's no problem. Take your left arm up off the floor. If you're challenged, do not pick up that arm. And if you can't figure out what a circle is in the back space, you're not alone. Flex your foot, change direction, reaching through your heel. Long body. Strong center. And release it down. Strong center does not mean you have to contract everything. It means you're just working to elongate and support yourself. Left leg out. Circles with the left leg. Opposite arm off the floor or not. Lats and pecs, connecting your arms to your body. Flex and change direction. Reach out through your heel. This is good work, especially if you sit a lot, right? Just lengthening that leg out, getting that to open up so we're not in this crunched position. So we're going to do that nose to knee, right leg, head to knee, and then out. I'm going to bend my elbows slightly. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Switching it to the other side. Same thing. Nose to knee. 1. Don't hit yourself in the face. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale, closed. Inhale, open. 7, 8, 9, 10. Walk your knees back. Circles with your hips. Push with your arms. Change direction. Really push into the back space. Side with the body. Really three-dimensional movement. Forward, backward, side. A little bit of up, down. Good. And then relax into your child's pose again. Take your arms out in front of you. Push down into your arms. Draw your armpits towards the floor. Draw your shoulders down and just elongate your spine. And then relax. Push into the floor. Push, push, push. Chest opening. And relax. And one more. Push. Shoulders down, neck is long. Free up the neck. And then roll it up. I am actually getting hot, but it might be because the heat is on. Or it might be that I'm exercising and the blood is flowing through my body, or some kind of combination of those things. Let's take it onto our sides. We're going to go with 1 foot in front, 1 foot behind. You could stack it, but I like to be really strong in this position so I can radiate out. Pulsing 1, 2. So I have mine in front. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Flip it around, other side. one foot in front of the other or stacked on top. And the easier version, you're here with your knees bent on the floor, pulsing up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Take it down. Back to your first side. Again, the moving from position to position is probably more important than the exercise. In your life, are you doing exercises or are you moving from position to position? What we're doing all the time is like adjusting, moving, getting here, moving there, unless you're just sitting there, right? The movement is more important than the exercise. But having said that, let's do another exercise with some movement. You're going to bend your knees, press it up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and release and come down. Swing it around to the other side. Movement, adjusting, mobility. Press it up. 1, 2, 3. If you're in TV land and you're like, oh my God, she's going too fast, I don't know what's going on. Do the same video multiple times, and then you'll know all the exercises, right? 3, 2, 1, and come down. The other thing that's amazing about like TV land is you could rewind, you can pause, you can fast forward, roll through your butt, massage out your hips. When I was like a kid, I used to do some of the like exercise programs on TV. Like I know that guy Gilad, he used to have an exercise program. There's like a program of people moving on the beach, and there were different programs of exercise, which I would often do in my living room. One day when I was teaching at Equinox, Gilad came to my class. He came a couple times. Anyway, that was funny. All right, let's sit up tall. Let your ear towards your shoulder. Think of your cheekbone lifting to the ceiling. So it's like this little come back to center. Ear towards your shoulder, but more importantly, cheekbone up to the ceiling. The sound effect is If you make the sound effect yourself, the sound effect, you might go further. So see if it works. Like the idea is that the sound just gives you a little longer pull. Other side. I have these earbuds in. I can hear exactly where that sound resonates inside my brain. Anyway, those are the things I think about. Let's come on to, let me have a quick look. Ooh, we are finished. We're donezo, but we're not done, but we're close to done. Yeah, let's come up to standing. Inhale, open it up. Open your heart, open your lungs, reach to the heavens. Find that inspiration, that transcendence up there. Oh, it's all beautiful up there. Shake it out, shake it out, shake it out, shake it out. Oh, it's all beautiful around here too. Yeah, my plants are all moved because the Christmas tree is over there. Inhale, open, exhale, shake it out, shake it out, shake it out, shake it out. Relax your neck and tongue, relax your throat. Nice, healthy bounce. If you feel okay, jump. If that doesn't hurt too much, jumping. Such a good thing for your bones, especially for women. I mean, it's great for men too, but women need it more because we are more likely to go osteoporosis. Shake it, strengthen those bones. Make sure you're eating enough. Inhale, open, exhale. One of the sins, I think, of this past century was the idea that women should be like rail thin. That is messed up. That's so hard on our bodies. That anorexia thing, which as a ballet dancer, believe me, there was a lot of that going on. There it is, the Christmas tree. Yay. My pagan symbol. All right, everyone in TV land. Yeah, just back to this, the big sin. Make sure you're eating enough to to feed your body, right? We need protein. It doesn't necessarily have to be meat, but it has to be the stuff that we need so that we can be strong, that we are getting the good stuff, not fake processed food, not the shit that they sell at the supermarket in the middle, right? All the stuff around the edges, the fruits, meat, nuts, milk, whatever it is, food that's made of food, one ingredient stuff, cook it, eat it. That's my PSA for your body and nutrition. And I will stop lecturing. Have an